Yesterday, the high-spending Treasury Board president seemed pretty cavalier about the fact that Prime Minister's staffers have been charging taxpayers huge meal bills in violation of the department's guidelines. Now, that's when we thought the bill was $68,000. Now we find it's $130,000. It's still not flushing. I mean, $7 grand for one pizza party in the Prime Minister's office? Will they put the chicken bruschetta platter aside for a minute and tell us why they think it's okay for the Prime Minister's staff to break rules that are in place to protect the taxpayer?
The Honourable President of the Treasury.
I find it curious that the opposition members won't even disclose any of their expenses, and they stand in their place and they criticize the government that has cut hospitality expenses by 48%. That kind of hypocrisy is not tolerated by taxpayers. We're on the side of the taxpayer. We're not on the side of the tax hiking, carbon hiking people on the other side.
The honourable member for Rosemont-La Petite Patrie. Mr. Speaker, while PMO staffers stuff themselves with pizza paid for by taxpayers, over 18,000 kids every day in Quebec get breakfast in school so they don't have to start the day on an empty stomach. I know that the president of the Treasury Board believes the rules don't apply to him because it's normal to spend over $130,000 for PMO staffers, but Canadians expect the government not to throw money out the window. How many words will the Conservatives have to get from the pig in the tux before they stop wasting Canadians' money? The Honourable President of the Treasury Board. The NDP does not want to disclose their own expenses, but we have done so. And I can say again, Mr. Speaker, that we are reducing hospitality expenses. We have done so to the tune of 48%. Therefore, we are on the taxpayers' side and not the NDP. The honourable member. Mr. Speaker, perhaps Conservatives didn't expect anyone to notice when they spent $2.5 million on an advertising campaign for a program which only exists in the fertile imagination of the employment minister. But some people did notice, and that's why the Conservatives were the big winners at the Canadian Taxpayers Federation Gala, which the Minister of Employment headed not so long ago. What a reversal. Do they understand that when they get a lemon from the Canadian Taxpayers Federation, their transformation into Liberals is all but complete? The Honourable President of the Treasury Board.
Order. The Honourable President of the Treasury Board has the floor.
The government is responsible and accountable to Canadians for programs and important services which are provided to Canadians. Advertising is an essential means for the government to inform Canadians of important issues, of grants, for instance, for jobs. And these programs inform Canadians about programs available to Canadians, but the Liberals and Democrats voted against these programs.
The honourable member for Timmins, James Bay.
Well, Mr. Speaker, while Canadians are having to chew down on the fact that the Prime Minister charged them $7,000 for a pizza party in his office, it's little wonder that the Canadian Taxpayers Federation gave out its highest pork award today. And guess who the award went to? The Conservatives sitting right across the way. Millions spent advertising a program that doesn't exist. Millions spent on their cronies in the Senate. Canadians know New Democrats will defend the taxpayer. They want to know what happened to the reformers across the way who spend all their days defending their entitlements.
Order. Order. We need a little bit more order during both the question and the answer. The Honourable President of the Treasury Board is rising to answer. I hope his colleagues allow him to answer the question. The Honourable President of the Treasury Board.
It's Yuck Yuck's comedy hour. question period, Mr. Speaker, but I can assure the honourable member, who of course they were quite happy to accept union donations to do the union line on all these issues, and now they cloak themselves in the taxpayer mantle. It is to laugh, Mr. Speaker, but I can say to the honourable members that, of course, it's our responsibility to communicate to Canadians about services that are available, and this Canada Job Grant is going to be so important to connect Canadians to available jobs, unlike the Liberals and the NDP, who continue to vote against these responsible programs for taxpayers and job creation.
The honourable member for West Melville.